All right. And for some reason, that doesn't.
Hey, you never know. You never know. I mean, it happens.
I'm the only account on this piece. The only account that's ever been on this.
Yes, but the
I am the
administrator.
administrator account.
But what if there was an administrator?
And yet, OBS only works if I right-click it, then it as it. But it won't let me set that as default. I've tried. Doesn't work. Okay, so we are back. Here's Salt. But not be us. It's almost entirely based on mine.
It is just based, though, as they say these days, unfathomably based.
All hail the giant curse. Exactly.
Remember when they made that limited run? I think they still make them. Phones for old people, and they're flip phones, and the buttons are enormous.
Yeah, they still make it.
Ah, hell yeah! I want one of those just for me. I want people to wonder about me. I want Enormo button phone.
Frankly, I have thought about it. Just
no one will steal
as a not
ever.
Smartphone.
Well, I'm just saying it's the most theft-proof phone ever.
HQ. This is HQ. Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
We have evidence of an enemy intruder? Where? Where would they have... That doesn't sound very consistent.
Just have to remember on the extreme. But yeah, I know this game inside out.
Who's that? Radio, get on.
HQ, respond. This is HQ. Patrol here. Enemy sighted. Commencing attack.
I love how the guy says that and then just slinks in from the ceiling, you know? He's like, I'm a snack.
Enemy sighted. Commencing attack.
You know, I wonder. How many guys do you think this facility has? Did they ever say?
Markedly less now that I've become involved.
Oh, certainly. You have had an overall contribution, shall we say, to the stability of the local workforce.
Let's
and
just say that wages
retention.
are going up in the area.
I would say that wages have become incredibly competitive. You could probably name your own job and your own position. Last week I was bus driver. Now I am base commander.
Disgusting.
You would think they would say the enemy intruder. You know, the one that has just carved a very visible path this entire time through this entire
First of all,
place.
shut up. How would you know that? That's crazy. That's crazy.
This is a very interesting take on China. Which is
Like we're just
not quite period correct. It was developed in the 70s.
HQ.
It's
We're a little
close
bit early.
enough. I mean, you have to admit, for
Oh yeah,
for
all of this is
movie-
close enough.
for what we like to call movie realism, it's good enough.
They do look like they hurt. Right?
You know, those are probably not in what we'd like to call positive locations for your chi and or your nervous system. Probably not great. Probably not great at all. I'd say you probably feel in your bones how the audience feels after a Neil Breen movie. I'm excited his new movie's gonna be soon. I'm
That's
so
what you
excited.
said.
Oh my god, I showed you the trailer. It's so good. It is promising to be everything the lean, mean Breen machine has learned thus far.
Yeah, I still don't understand it.
Oh no. Oh no, it's not about understanding, it's about watching his journey of understanding. But I'm just gonna say this. Brain is an interesting character. His choices are baffling. And I mean, even on deeper scrutiny and examination, they're baffling. Like you just sit there and you go, why would you keep going? But he does. There's something about that makes me happy. You know? It's like that song, you know, High Hopes, about just not giving up, about, you know, just a goat pushing a dam over, etc., national disasters. Except this is art. So it is a little different.
I don't know that it is.
I'm just saying this. Yeah, I mean, okay, it is kind of Neil Breen's journey into the kingdom of madness. It is kind of that. I mean, he can't help himself. Now, if you go on his website, Neil Breen's website,
Is a website?
you'll find. Oh, it is straight out of GeoCities. It's great. He has a very early 2000s, late 90s website. And on his website, among his qualifications, other than like architect and filmmaker, is Ferrari owner. And Ferrari is misspelled.
HQ.
Of course it is.
Patrol here.
That is his Ferrari in this movie.
We lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
Incredible coincidence. He puts his fancy car in all the movies. But yes. Now, I did have someone who did ask me in the aux. They sent me a message and they said, what is the style of film that Neil Breen is making other than bad, right? So I have to tell people about this genre of film that are called, you know, like prestige pictures, where essentially somebody has gone out of their way to write and insists on directing and starring in a biopic or film vehicle that is designed for their benefit only, to show off that they are an actor or to try those chops out by circumventing every natural process by which someone becomes an actor. Usually these prestige films are bad. most of those prestige films are pretty awful. One of the most legendary ones that is almost unwatchable. Like you'll get up a few times because it's really bad, and then there's a few scenes that are so good it hurts. The film is called Champagne and Bullets. It was actually cut 3 different times into 3 different films because he kept trying to, get it out there. And that one is amazing. There's stuff you can take out of context from that movie and just show it to someone, and someone will go, "What is this?" And they will violently reject the idea that this is a film. Yeah, Champagne and Bullets is exceptionally bad because not only does he write and star and direct in it, and he can't act, but in that film he also provides part of the soundtrack, and there's a music video and several love scenes that are X-rated. That one is wild because it's just like some guy who was like, "I'm gonna be an action star" on a very little budget.
Would From Dusk Till Dawn count as a prestige movie?
No, studio. That is not, as far as I know, that is not Tarantino's pocket.
I mean, he did write himself exactly the role he wanted.
Well, sure, but studio paid for that, and it had a return on investment, I presume. Like, if you can get someone else to buy your idea of a biopic or a puff piece for your character, by all means, that's fine. I mean, Clint Eastwood did that for a shitload of movies.
Oh yeah.
But if you want to, try something different, if you actually want to try something different and actually make something, sometimes you have to skew into the I made it myself. Another great example of this, without the person starring in it, Megalopolis, Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah.
He's sold
That
a watch.
gemstone.
He wrote a big long article about how no one understands film, and about how everyone's taking advantage of filmmakers, and how he's had a really rough. And then he said he has to sell his $18 million watch to pay for things. And I just said, hold up. You had me going for you as an artist until you said you had a watch that was worth more than anything I could ever own, see, or touch.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, I can wrap my head around something that more than I could ever own. But, like, that's worth more than sections of the interstate I've driven.
That's what I mean. Like, it's magnitudes more money, and it's worn as an adornment. And I'm not trying to hate on somebody for showing their wealth or whatever, but it's like, the guy did The fucking Godfather. And then he had this other idea for a movie that was really experimental. And rather than use an experimental movie amount of money on it, which is a very little amount of money, like get art students to do it, he went $130 million, leveraged everything he had to make it. And it's just, if you haven't seen Megalopolis, add that to your watch list. And if you can make it all the way through in one sitting, you're better than me. I couldn't.
It's something.
It's more than something. It's memorable in all the bad ways, like a root canal.
HQ. This is HQ. Patrol here. We're under fire. Enemy position unknown. Commencing alert status. What's going on? Respond. What's going on out there?
If they don't get all their mouth full out, it doesn't count.
Yeah, if you guys need to see Brain, because Brain it's interesting as a psychological breakdown of trying to figure out what he's trying to convey, because there is a formula. Like, the reason I find Brain so interesting is that there is a formula. There is a method to the madness. It's just lost sometimes.
I don't. I mean, clearly the guy's got a method because his films are somehow formulaic.
Well, okay, let's see. The checklist for Brain, the Brain movie checklist, is he starts off as a character that is always an outsider. The character who's an outsider has some trust issues with people for various reasons. And those various reasons could be that he is a secret agent, Kerner former,
If he knew I'd be dead
or
already.
he
this is
is
his hobby.
like a burned
He's a
intelligence
sadist.
operative,
He gets
Kerner
pleasure out of
former,
making people suffer.
or he is
Scum.
an extra dimensional being who possesses powers greater than we can fathom and yet doesn't use
Look
them
that strange to
directly
you?
because he's just there to
I'm
help
the same way. Scars all
and is
over.
wiser than us in
Can I
some
see?
way. And that I think is truest to his like root character, because I think he is an
Where'd you
alien.
get this one?
I got it after defecting.
And I'm not
to the
saying that to
Soviet
be
Union.
mean. It's just all of his movies
I don't
make
think
sense
so.
if it's like,
It's
ah,
over
yes, an
that.
Alpha Centauri. We have this
Code
film.
breaking is a desk job. Where'd you get this kind of scar?
You really want to know?
Oh boy, let's see. Ethers
What you
repeating
got?
their request from last year. Gentlemen, it's late
Yep.
in the season. I must again ask
Girl's
your
gotta have
knowledge.
some
I am
secrets.
once again asking or hunting for a book to give to my aging retired
enough
Navy
about that.
father-in-law.
You've gotta get going. The
Previous
phase 2
years
trial of
include
the Shadow
Desert
House
Snipers,
is
Ship of
and it
Ghosts,
looks like
Lincoln and
someone
his
might be
Admirals, The
coming to
Bear Went
spoil
Over
the
the
party.
Mountain, For the Common
Khrushchev?
Defense, Bridge Too Far,
He's
Harrison's
got more than
Sea
four
Power,
in him, Diggs.
Colonel is
Follow
gathering
the
his troops together
Ottomans.
to
Any
meet them.
ideas for books?
If we don't get a move on
All right, two on my desk that I can see right now. Sailor's Homer, which is about
You'll need this key. It unlocks the
Richard
door to the
McKenna, who
underground
wrote The
tunnel.
Sand Pebbles.
Once you're in there, you can follow the
It's
tunnel
about
to
his
get
time
inside
as a
the
China
Glasgow
sailor
Tower.
in the 20s.
And take this too.
And then Battle Group is kind of the 101
it?
primer for
The food
how
of the
NATO
future.
wanted
A
to fight the
well-balanced
Cold
meal for the space age.
War in the 70s.
It's good to eat some real food once in a while.
Who I've
I'm trying to
got with
think.
this
Like, there's so many good reference books, but
I'll
you
bet if
know,
I kissed you.
I have been-
You could do Hunting
yeah.
LaRue, which
Beast.
is about a DEA investigation. Trafficker.
no second place winner.
Oh yeah.
That one's a bit rough, but it's like if you want to
Do you
hear
know
about
where
like that last
exactly
era of the
in Groznyj
gunslingers,
Sokolov is located.
that's
He's in
pretty
the heart of
wild.
the fortress, the
There's
weapons
also a
lab.
really good number of books on like the
weapons
Texas
lab is
Rangers.
divided into 3 wings.
If he liked The Bear
There's
Went Over the
east wing,
Mountain,
which houses the research
there's now
facilities.
a sequel to it,
Then
which
there's
is
main
the other
wing where
side of the
weapons are
mountain,
assembled. That's
which
where
is
the Shadow
specifically
Hut is.
interviews with Mujahideen fighters.
Finally, there's the west wing, which is connected via
So,
a passageway to the
if you're
main
looking
building.
for a companion piece.
That's where Sokolov is. To get in, you'll have to enter the main wing from the east wing.
It's interesting to see
Then
how the other
go
side
through the
thought of
passageway on the
things.
second floor of the main wing.
The west
It's also
wing of the
interesting to
weapons
go
lab.
online
Got it.
and see on Twitter that the Taliban
There's just
hates
one problem.
Excel and office
Then
work as
again.
much as we do.
The
Oh yeah.
west
they
wing is
do.
protected by the highest level of
Wait, did you have
You need
6
to be Colonel
frigates
class to
on
get
that
in.
list, Ether?
Colonel class.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
Here,
a fantastic
look at
one
this
about the
picture.
first 6 frigates
Major
that we
Ivan
built
Wright
for the
and Major
United
Icon.
States Navy, how in many ways they
Pretend you're
almost...
him.
How do I do that?
and then the process of building them and what they did. Sure. Okay, I think...
Steal his clothes.
Yep.
You look similar.
I
from
thought we
behind.
talked
They
about
won't
it
know
on
the
one of the
difference.
streams at some
Your
point.
face might be a problem, so you just have to figure something out. He should be somewhere in the east wing.
We probably have.
I know I have. I can just...
Because that's just one of those things where like, well, maybe.
Oh, right. But how am I supposed to escape once I get Sokolov out of there? Command said you're supposed to have something ready for me.
And I do. There's a lake 30 miles north of here. I hid a wig there.
A wig?
It's a state-of-the-art ground effect vehicle.
A ground effect vehicle? I can't fly one of those.
That's okay. I happen to be an excellent pilot.
Taking off from a lake is trickier than it looks. It's not like riding a motorcycle. You've got to be more delicate.
Of course I will. You've seen how
If
good
we're
I
got
getting
to
out
be
by
more
helicopter,
delicate.
I can't fly a helicopter. I can fly a helicopter. Taking off in a
You know-
helicopter is really hard.
You handle the escape then.
You know,
So he
I've
just
found
glossed
out
over.
there's a lot of things in a
Wait a minute.
helicopter that spin,
There's
right?
something I wanted
Yeah.
to ask you.
I
What?
learned that. Did you know that like some of
What's
those
the
things,
story
if they
between you
spin,
and the boss?
She was
and
like a
they
mother,
they're
and
stopped
my
from
master.
spinning as they like to,
And your lover.
that you may be in peril.
It went deeper
Yeah.
than that.
I was
The
informed
other way
of
around
that.
as well.
Yes,
Half of
indeed,
me belongs
indeed.
to the boss.
Some of these objectives of helicopter
Nothing like
staying
that.
up in the air are easier said than done.
Does it have to be one or the other?
I like
Love or
that the
hate?
front of my shirt is dusty from
Between
crawling
a
all
man
over
and
it.
a woman?
I think it's just
Some
because your
people.
guy
You
is
bet.
weird.
For 10 years, we lived and died together. You
He
couldn't
he never dusts
understand.
his shirt off. I think everyone does that
And
a
you
little
think
bit,
you
you
can
know.
kill her now?
But there's always that 1 in 100 person that's really
That's your
grimy.
mission, isn't it? Assassinating
They
the
never
boss.
wash their hands.
The
If
high
that's you out
texture-
there, if you're the person who doesn't wash their hands, please surprise me by washing your hands. Thank you.
the very, very high fidelity texture on his
Snake? Is there anyone you like? Someone special?
I've never been interested
Look
in
at
other
that.
people's lives.
You
Looks
were
like it's
interested
painted
in
on.
bombs.
That stuff
She
like
was different.
runs and softens
Really? How do you feel about
base
me?
oil mixes.
I should have
Doesn't
asked
stay,
the same
you know,
question.
brush strokey like that.
I can fall in
Yeah,
love,
but he
if it's
got
part of
the
mission,
special stuff.
Yeah, latex house.
Even with you?
Yeah, he used Glidden. He used 2 coats.
I didn't even have to press a button for that one. That one was just on Kojima.
Snake?
Hmm. $130 stream streak.
Whoa, that's a lot.
How does that
So
even
thank
happen?
you. How does that happen? Let's see. Oh, one time, instead of buying whiskey, I bought fraps, right? And then things just kept going. Night Owl
See you
says,
around,
sorry,
Snake.
babe, that 12th poisonous
Behave
frog
yourself."
isn't sitting
about
too
you?
good.
I've got to hurry back and play my other part.
Are you going to be okay?
Not sure.
Poor,
not stupid
poor
and they
people
know
who
there's
have
a
to deal
Okay.
with him.
We,
There's no way you could have gotten this far all by yourself.
we can deal with this later, but you know, I just ate a bat.
Oh, you just hear your guy's gut. It's just like. It just sounds like a faucet that come unstuck. You know what I mean? No, like, are you okay? And your guy just sweats as the scene goes on and on and on. Your character is just visibly getting sweatier.
Rosnigrai.
You know, I love that they do this all under, like, you know, broad daylight.
Mhm.
No cover whatsoever. It's not like the Americans have spy satellites or planes. Hey, you want to put a tarp up? Nah. Let's just use the big barrel. That is a very large barrel, or he's very small. I'm not wrong in thinking that.
It's a massive barrel.
I was gonna say, like, that's not standard spec.
Colonel, talk.
No, he died before I could get it out of him.
He wasn't the spy then.
Look at this.
A transmitter?
Exactly.
You know how you can tell if a
Planted to keep
transmitter's on or
someone
off?
informed of his location.
It'll have an LED on the side, no matter what size the transmitter is. And it will be blinking to let you know that it is actively
Does this mean
transmitting.
Brannon was the spy?
Perhaps he was being used
Little known
by
fact
someone
about
else, perhaps.
transmitters.
This man was our comrade.
Comrade or not, he's of no use to us now.
I don't approve of your methods.
I don't need your approval. I'm in command here.
And that nuclear shell?
Still feeling sore about that, are you? What are you gonna do? Report it to the authorities? This is war, Major.
Like what authorities?
The
He is
Cold
the
War, fought
authorities.
with
I
information.
think
The
that's what he's saying.
KGB is the authorities.
We must root out spies wherever they
That's
hide.
like,
It is
Alright.
kill or be killed.
Oh, he's not
Potential threats
KGB.
must be weeded out.
Who are you?
Your feelings are a menace
yeah,
to
I'm
the
sure that
unity
they
of our
have
organization.
nobody to report to.
Someone is guiding the enemy's
Well, no, in
hand.
the Soviet system,
A
just
single
a
man
lack of
can
people to
only
tell
accomplish
things.
So much. Make no mistake, there is a spy among
Yeah,
us.
you know,
Casting suspicion
Eternal
on our own
Ministry,
comrades.
famous for
Three
not
explosives
listening.
have been stolen.
You think it was the American?
No, he could not have reached this fortress yet.
Then who?
I'd be careful about suspecting your own men.
Boss,
Where have you been?
Like,
The
why didn't she
fear
just
and
go
the
into
end
that
have
thing
fallen.
as a devil triple agent and blow them all up with that nuke she had? Like, what if that was just her thing? She calls you a dummy. She's like, hey, dummy, I was gonna use this nuke,
CIA
but you showed
dog.
up and fucked it up.
That
I was gonna
leaves
kill
only
all
the
of them.
Fury.
Thanks.
How can the legendary Cobras be beaten so easily?
He's good.
I don't think it
Fallen
balances
foreign.
well enough to do that.
No, they don't. They
Don't worry.
no.
I'll take care of him.
What is he after? It must be more than just Sokolov.
America is out to destroy the Shagohod and get its hands on your inheritance. The philosopher's legacy.
Impossible.
I will
The
say,
legacy.
I like the new face models for their expressiveness.
That
You're
is
out to
always
kill
nice
me as
because
well.
they all kind of had a bit
Colonel,
of the
tighten
kabuki
the
mask thing
security
going
this
on,
place.
where
He's
it's
coming
just
here, I'm
you have
sure
to
of it.
rely on the voice actor and it's very static,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get
which
the
isn't
Davy
bad.
Crockett.
It was a stylistic choice I never had a problem with. I was like, oh, it's like, you know, pantomime. That's fine. Like I didn't think it was a big deal. I know some people thought that was a big deal. They're like, I don't like this kabuki shit. And I'm like, it's fine. No, my issue was with like the 8-hour unskippable cutscene where like you'd stare in at women's feet. You know what I mean? That's where I was like,
I like how they make a big deal about her kicking her jackboots underneath the bed and forgetting to
Nice
grab them when
boots.
she rides her motorcycle off the mountain. So now she's wearing American jungle
Should
boots.
polish them up properly.
well, yeah.
As somebody that everybody already suspects is the spy. And it's just... nobody ever says anything.
I love how he's got the little filters on his little binoculars, but he's like sitting at the edge of something, leaning over the edge of a cliff in broad daylight,
Yeah.
as you do.
Gotta stare into somebody's soul to really know. Unfortunately,
gotta-
that's the wrong soul for this. Maybe it's not.
Perhaps.
I'm sure if you see
Perhaps
the bottom
not.
of somebody's foot, you learn a lot about them.
You know,
Did she steal Snake's boots? No, she wears those with the jumpsuit. And she wears the tall boots with the costume. Mixed them up, because she's a terrible spy.
they're like, I went to spy school, and you're like, uh-huh, and you just slowly put them in the paddy wagon.
Ah,
I'm an operator. Uh-huh, get in there.
trained since childhood by the Chinese military to be
They
the
just
best.
they're giving their whole backstory,
ever.
and you're just putting them in the box as they do it.
Yeah.
You're like,
All
uh-huh.
right. Super spies
Yeah,
go in the
that's-
box now.
They just start crying. You're like, I'll get your mom. I'll call your mom, okay? Do you think that maybe they trained some of these agents wrong just as a
On
fun
purpose?
thing? Because, well, not as a joke, but okay, consider this. Let's say they get a bunch of agents that just get made, right? Their legends and stories don't jive. Their pocket litter isn't right. You know, their tradecraft is wrong. They get compromised. The knock list gets blown. Any number of things
The
can
North
happen,
Koreans.
right? Yeah. Any number of North Korean intelligence apparatus things could happen. Get caught in a fishing net, etc. That did happen. They actually had to scuttle that submarine. So, look, you have all of your options of thing. That you can have as part of your intelligence apparatus here in this setting. But the more I think on it, the more I'm thinking, what if they just had some one-offs where they're like, they had a half class, right? That previous class got shit canned, or were pulled out of the field or compromised, and the new class isn't ready yet. So they're like, what if we just put some wild cards, see what happens? You know what I mean? So there's some guys like, wow, why do you want to work for the CIA? And he's like, I want to be a cowboy. And they're like, okay, here you go. And they just hook them up. You know what I mean? They just take the weird ones. They're like, what? It's part of Operation Why Not. You could arguably be a CPU, but I don't want to go into that.
Enemy sighted. Commencing attack.
Man, that river is gonna be full.
Oh yeah. Sucks to suck for that guy.
All right. I had an idea for a game, right?
Mhm.
What if you played a game with an interface like Papers, Please, and a little bit of This Is the Police action, except you play as an intelligence agency from post-World War II to into the Cold War?
I would dig it.
That would be kind of a fun thing, because you would have to choose, like, you'd have wins and losses, and you'd have to, find moles, or, become famous or infamous or do whatever. But set it in a Papers, Please world.
Commencing attack.
Well, I saw a Paper Please like that takes place in
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, future Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that. It's like a Papers, Please, but in the future. And
There's
there's
Nothing State or something like that.
yeah.
The
yeah.
State of Nothing. All right. I have done it. I have snuck my way through this level.
You snuck so hard, nobody saw you. Nobody on that
that's
mountain
good.
right now knows you were there.
Not a single soul.
Nobody. Like how would people know you were there? How? Because I don't think anybody would know.
Huh? I can't imagine how they would.
Rattle off anti-aircraft gun for 10 minutes and then sneak around doing the roadie run everywhere. Imagine the command post, or hell, OP on the next on the next little side of the valley. OP over there. They're sitting there on their radio. They got their binoculars out. They've just gotten through their second can of Plov or whatever. And they look up with their binoculars. With those really good artillery spotting binoculars.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that they didn't turn in and reported missing, the good ones. They look over and they see you sneak around, and not only do they see you clear as day, but they see arrows sticking out of your back. Then they watch you bumble around, knock people out. They then watch their patrols, which inexplicably use a guy in mop gear and flamethrower
I could go for
apparatus
seconds.
to patrol high altitude mountains, right?
Mm-hmm.
They watch you smoke all those guys, miss a dude, get on the anti-aircraft
Gross.
guns, blow everything away, and then probably eat like, what, 12 frogs? Now-
About a vulture and a half, actually.
Right. Okay, watch him eat a vulture and a half. And you're just sitting over there, and do you call that in? Nah.
No.
Nope. No.
I have to imagine that, the phone conversations leading up to me approaching a facility is like, okay, get with your people, make sure everybody's got their, oh God. Make sure everybody's got their, next of kin notifications all set up.
I feel like this whole thing is a training video for, like, insider threat awareness. Everybody who has sat through corporate anything has sat through insider threat awareness, and they're like, Jimmy brings 8 USB drives to work. He plugs them into the computer. When you ask him what he's doing, he starts swearing at you and produces a box cutter. Should you report this to HR? And you're like, nah, Jimmy's right. I was crowding him.
Oh God.
My response to those, that doesn't sound like me. I wouldn't confront Jimmy. I try not to remember people's names at work so they don't get chummy.
This is just a Steven Seagal movie. In some ways, yeah.
Well, yeah, but you can't hear the office chair moving around.
I will say that this plot is actually a little bit more coherent than he's.
Oh, yeah, no, this is one of the more coherent plots of Kojima's brain. One of them.
Metal Gear Solid 4 gets pretty convoluted.
Metal Gear Solid 4, I heard, was quite aptly described as the legacy of the philosophers, and by the philosophers they mean all of the philosophies of Kojima interacting in one place. Oddly.
Oddly.
That's how I had heard it described. It's just odd. What I saw of it led me to believe it was indeed so. Hey
Now, why
everybody,
did
it's
Ben have
Jim
to burn
Beef.
the hat?
Fury! The flames of my rage will incinerate.
It's kind of nice to be able to see through the helmet now.
I came back from space.
Well,
You could sort
True.
of see through it, but
As
not
I
really.
returned, I
Here's
had
the thing.
one vision.
I think
world
this
set
guy's a little
ablaze.
pissy for
And
being
you
a
know
curveball,
what I saw
right?
there.
Because I think that every time Jeb comes back, this plays out in his
Fury.
dreams. You know what I mean? And then he wakes up and shakes his head and takes his pills and gets back in the
Great
fucking
and
rocket.
terrible fury at being alive.
Jeb, calm down.
Now you're going to
I'll
feel
get
the
you off the
scorching
moon
heat of
sometime.
Had William Shatner gone to space when we played this last? I don't think he had.
I don't remember. Did he really go to space? Like, do they do orbits or did they just go up and
No, it
float
was
there for 10
suborbital.
seconds? Yeah.
But I mean, he left the app. The
I don't know.
thing about it, though, is that footage is fucking hilarious. You can't hurt me. I just did.
I just love Rodin Prime said, I need to see the hand receipt for that helmet, please.
We need that. Probably ought to have that. Need this. Yeah, bud, son of a bitch.
You've done your job.
That did hurt.
You know, for a spaceman, he is less dangerous than the Space Station 13 spaceman.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Agree with you there.
I mean, I'm just gonna say this: a janitor would have had my shoes already.
Where are you hiding?
No, that's one of those Rocket Man? Yeah, rock me. Coming back this way? The sniper rifle did not seem very effective. The shotgun seemed exceptionally effective.
Over here.
Oh yeah. Pissed off. I like these games. We play cat and also cat.
Cat and Cat is a very interesting game.
That's... You can tell that Kojima doesn't think certain weapon types are sporting. By the fact that he's dumping a bunch of 1911 ammo all over the course here.
You know, sometimes life be like that. A little weird, you know.
That's tasty.
I like eating in combat. Imagine if he said that back
No good.
to Ocelot, where he says, I like reloading in combat, and then he just, like, you see him slowly, like, choke back a frog. And he's like, I like eating in combat. And they're like, ew, that's fucking weird. I never climbed much around this map. I remember just hiding between two little corners in the back and being a bitch and just shooting him a lot on the PlayStation.
Shooting him a lot is the way to do it. God, I keep going for the oh fuck. The cardboard box extinguishes you, and it's faster than rolling.
I did not
Why
know
I
that.
keep going for that.
I did not know that. That's amazing.
Quit fooling around, he said. No, get up, get up, get up. Oh, fuck me. I do like the cursing.
It does add a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. That seems like a real, you know, pretty realistic reaction to what's going on from his perspective.
Well, spacesuit, fire, and probably all the pharmacopoeia that guy's not taking suddenly, you know, burning a hole through him. Because we only have their word he was a spaceman. How do you not know this isn't just some lunatic? They're like, oh yeah, well we also have a spaceman, and they're like, oh, that's awesome. And then they nervously look at each
that's
other.
it. I mean, we got 2/3 of the way down on the first try. I think I can do that.
That ain't bad. That's a lot better than when you were fucking with Ocelot.
That's a lot better
You're
than
fucking-
when I did this in slow motion mode.
Slow-mo was an
Emulator.
interesting way of experiencing this game, and if ever I had a chance to do that again, pass. It is a unique way of playing
Let's
a
see
game.
what their tips are.
But I imagine you would feel the same if you took your favorite movie, you know, your favoriteest movie ever, and you sat down with your good friend, one of your best friends, and you sat down with them, and you watched that movie at a quarter of the speed. Now, as good as that movie may be, you may find this to be a challenging thing.
Well, you can just stab him with a knife to tear his suit. Kinda dumb. Good. Russian rat.
No good.
Is there a Deus Ex Correct Toddler mode? Not that I've found.
You know, no. What the problem was with our well, The crack
Yes,
toddler
Smith.
mode was a result of clock speed issues, which I kind of think would be an interesting way of playing the game.
Come here. Now, this isn't working so well.
You know, I'm gonna say this.
I'll just go
I've
stab
never-
him with a knife. That'll tear his suits, and then the RPG works.
No shit. Oh man. You know, I remember when I played this game, I did the loudest possible camouflage as I could.
Yeah.
Just because there's that moment of joy when they found you. And they're like, I got you. And I'm like, yep, you do. And then I just beat the shit out of them. It was fun.
Where did he go? I was right there. You just bored?
Maybe he is. Maybe he's back there just trying to figure out the spacesuit, you know? Maybe he, you know, he's got something going on. He disconnected at space station, you know? Oh, he logged in with a VPN, so he's stuttering a moment. He'll be with you. It seems like one of those moments where you're like, where is he? And then he kills you.
Oh, this is absolutely one of those.
Okay.
Also, didn't I just eat something?
No good.
You know, we're just sitting here sneaking around in the dark. Being
Yes.
sneaky bastards.
Fuck.
And I have to ask
Than I
myself.
thought.
Yeah, he's not doing the sneaky thing. Maybe, and I'm just thinking, what if this is a go loud sort of thing, perhaps?
It is, but he unfortunately outlouds me at the moment.
So he possesses more loud.
Does possess the loud. I am fighting him for control of the loud.
I
Oh god,
see.
he's above me.
Oh,
here's the other thing, is I
spaceman.
have to lay down occasionally.
Thou art above.
Oh fuck! I didn't even think.
That's damn good.
Because I'm trying to keep my life up. Fuck.
How's that?
Yeah, I'm so glad Hot Steam has no effects and never hurt anybody. You know, he would let that off. Number one, that flamethrower should last about 4 fucking seconds. But
Oh, yeah.
he would let that flamethrower off. Had this insane single shot. And we would start to heat up rapidly. And we just wouldn't come back down. Like, we both die of way too hot. Regardless of
way
how
too
many
hot.
water pipes I shoot out. The concrete box.
Well, yeah, that's gonna end badly.
There's no amount of clever tricks to keep a concrete box from getting hot when you're filling it with burning fire.
Quite true.
Problem is, fire is a fairly effective area denial weapon.
Well, most things fear being on fire.
One good hit. Is there something I'm doing to make my stamina bar drop it?
I want some more.
You know, I too like to have snacks of things I find, you know, in between horrible bouts of being set on fire. Those two things go together really great. You know, cheese and crackers, just peanut butter and jelly, just a little bit of snacking set on fire. The more you scream, the better it is, I'm sure.
I don't think a white phosphorus grenade's gonna do anything. Could maybe get him. Like it's more.
Give in to your anger.
I'm angry. They're making fun of me for roadie walking everywhere.
Why?
He's doing the old man at a shooting competition. Is that a target? Is this a target? Can't
I
see
love
because
those.
he didn't paint them white.
Old Man at Shooting Competition's my favorite because they have to reset everything after they go. That's the fun times.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
I don't know what that was, but it sounded unpleasant. Right? Still flying around.
Running around, running around. Just gonna do some sneaking here.
Man.
I mean, I guess that's what you're supposed to do. Just a little bit sneaky.
Oh, there he is. Where did he go?
So, if you had a guy with a functioning jetpack that was this nice, would you really waste it on an indoor fight?
I assume that this is an indoor fight because they had to find a way to roll him. Can you imagine this fight in field where you fight the end?
That would be pretty bad. Like, yeah, okay. That would be unfortunate, yes. I just love the idea of you eating his bird, though.
Hey man, that bird had it coming. What it gets for being so tasty.
You know, I mean, you make a point.
Not a good point. I think he landed on me like fucking Mario.
You know, that's a very Soviet way of engaging somebody. It's just the Mario stomp. Think about it. Mario is really the hero of the proletariat. He's working class. He's trying to destroy a king. You know.
He redistributed his fucking feet to my face.
He did.
Where are you hiding?
I just wondered how the briefing went when everyone was suiting up this morning, you know. The spaceman just kept screaming about being angry. Hostile work environment spaceman. Just sitting there screaming about the fury and burning.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the old man asleep in the corner. You've got that guy who's just creepy and bendy, and he makes a lot of noise when he moves, despite being, you know, supposedly sneaky. Like the sneaky guy who's supposed to be the predator in the woods was not very sneaky at all. What with the yelling, right?
Yeah.
Just some thoughts. Did he just yell burn?
Yeah, he's on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, but nothing else. Just burn. It's like, all right. Ah. That is because I talk like that sometimes. I vibe with him. I think he and I are a lot alike. Sometimes you just have to grunt your way through life.
I hit the.
I wonder.
You just gonna hide all day?
The frustrated grunt.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, yeah. Frustrated grunt.
One guy made
That's
of bees,
tasty.
another guy who won't shut up about fear, an old man who smells like a moldy Taco Bell.
It's a Rolodex of bad people. Like it's the Rolodex of HR problems, right? It's like, oh, what's this guy do? He has bees. He has bees? What do you mean has bees?
I mean, like, it's a condition. He's got them. Terminal.
Like
but not
it's like
fast.
in him?
Could you imagine trying to just explain to someone that the condition's terminal but not fast enough?
It just, yeah. And hey, thanks people who have rated. Appreciated.
Yes.
Deeply appreciated. Thank you very much. That is nice. Thank you for doing a good deed and showering us with your random love of random weird internet people. It is appreciated. Now, we're going to crawl through all this and hunt some people. But, I mean, what is
I'm
your
hunting
strategy?
one
Just
very specific person.
well, right, but it's a list. You're working through a list. It's like, you're like Santa, you know? Snake knows if they've been naughty or nice. But I do appreciate the rain. That's very sweet of you. Thank you very much. What I'm thinking, though, is Snake is going to go, you know, walk around and be a weirdo, as he does. Because he can't help himself, as you know.
Not at this point. He's in too deep.
He is in too deep. And thank you very much, sir and or madam of the internet, who has brought the stream to our door.
There he is.
He's doing some sneaky.
Yep, and this is where I die. Because
Well,
I'm literally stuck.
He did set you on fire a lot. Like, a lot, actually. You know, I was gonna say this. The only thing more burned than you at that point would have been my dinner at Ruth's Chris. Ruth's Chris is how you order a steak if you want to see the whole calibration chart in one picture. On one end it is mooing, and on the other end it is well past congratulations. And it is very expensive. Guess how much? Guess how much asparagus was.
$27.
No good.
It was about $30, and it was about 5 pieces of asparagus. Now, I'm not saying that dining experience was ruined on account of there being asparagus, but I do hold certain things as being unforgivable.
Inexpensive.
If you're buying a
asparagus is
steak,
one of them.
asparagus should be free. I'm just saying. I'm saying what I think we're all feeling, to be honest. Right? I mean, is that not a reasonable take on things?
Still have a fake. Oh. What are the chances I accidentally claymore myself?
Very high.
Very high. You think so? I don't know. I think I can.
Massent. Fizzint?
Fizzin.
Ah, alright. Alright, sure. No, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna eat my chicken. I'm gonna eat my dinner. You know, I'm just... By all means. Fizzin. What is that? Just things you can squeeze?
Snake,
Is it just I
what's your
touch
status?
things?
Snake.
Intelligence? Is that what it is?
Lord. Good question. I don't know. Nobody knows. Isn't is whatever he wants it to be.
That's quite true, but that doesn't mean that it makes sense. But it is quite true.
So yeah, he's got a guy that looks a lot like Snake and is probably playing a very Snake-like role.
Uh-huh.
But he's not Snake.
So
This
there
looks
will
like
be okay, so there will be a snake alike, if there were.
Uh-huh. Made by the guy that made the original Snake. Having serial numbers filed off.
Over here! Over here!
I just think it's funny that you're just having a sneak around. Now, here's my question. And I think this is a rational question. Do you think that guy monologues and yells and does this on his own without prompting, and you just happened into it, and that's why they keep him in here?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Because we don't
see
all of the others we see, like in the helicopter with the boss at the beginning. He's not.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. That's what I'm
like,
thinking.
We're not gonna invite Ben. Nobody wants to hear his conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
He just won't stop going on about how he hates people because he saw Earth from space.
Right.
Frankly, I don't have the energy. Let's all tell him we're working late. We'll go to Chili's.
Yeah, we'll go to Chili's.
Nobody tell him that we went out together.
God. So he's just sitting there like in that room screaming, and you're like, uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's just in here screaming, thinking he's doing a good job. That's
Yeah, because they
crucial
got
thing.
him on. They got him so knocked up on lithium and everything else. You know, he's just whacked out, just shooting flamethrowers and stuff. And they'd occasionally get on the radio and they're like, "Good job, you killed another 1,000 bad
Bats.
guys." Yeah, good job.
Show yourself!
I mean, that sounds sad, but I can see it.
I mean, he keeps shooting his flames upwards at the bats. Like he's sure he's trying to kill me, but he's also really angry at how many parasitic vectors are in this building.
Well, maybe he's just a little, nervous or something.
Delicious.
Yeah, I've had Marchan too, so not that great. Fuck, he's right.
Here it comes!
Run!
Oh, people asking, how much was it going? Any idea for the 30-06 Tommy gun? Ah, the bad Thompson. Yeah, the worst competitor for the BAR. Too much. I mean, is a curio or a relic or a proof of the system? Sure. But is something functional to have? No.
3, 2, 1, ignition!
I don't know what the fuck that was.
I don't know. Maybe you guys are a little weird.
Alright, I think I can put the shotgun away. Out of shotgun.
I mean, you're...
Get up, get up, get up. Stop burning. everything is on fire.
Is everything on fire, or could it be more on fire? You don't know.
Oh, it could definitely be more on fire.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, hold on. The cawing is new. I don't think I've ever heard him go, caw!
Dude, his meds. His meds are slipping. You know?
The trick, as it turns out, is minding the flames. Absolutely correct. Yeah, no, we bounce around trying to catch each other hacking. Fuck!
Are we having some problems? Are we doing some sneakings that not doing so great?
4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
Yeah, he's just he would be doing this in the bathtub. Wow, ignition! We're like, all right, got it.
Not wrong. Fuck.
Just kind of run around and be weird. I mean, that's what you got to do essentially in this game.
Where'd you go?
Nope, nope, get up, get up, get up! Fuck! Ugh. Can Snake
You
parry
know-
the flames? No.
Snake, what's your status?
Can he
Grenades do
parry
nothing.
the flames? What is this? Like
Snake!
Dark Souls? Do you think he's gonna take out his knife? Boss is gonna
So-
call him on the radio. Snake, CQC the flames. And he's like, boss, the fire is so fast. And then there's a flashback that's 8 minutes long.
The
About
problem
how
with
when he was a
explosives,
kid.
no explosives will work on him until he yells, "My suit's torn!"
Yeah, he has
And
to
then
yell that
explosives
first.
will work on him. Yes.
He does. Have you tried eating the fire for stamina? See, now there's a real question.
There is. It's my own fucking. Oh, this one. It's the Fury's the fight that's the hardest in my. I think the Fury's even harder than the boss at the end.
The boss is only hard if you have to play it in very, very slow-mo. You can do some hilarious things to the boss, though. Like, you really can. Like, I played that back when you had 2 games a year that were new, and you bought them both on Christmas. MGS3 was just infinite replay for me. Because I just go back in and try different weird stuff. So you could just really play with the bosses. And I got okay at
Unskippable
the game.
8-minute cutscene mid-firefight. He has done it. Alright. I'm going to save the shotgun, which is fairly decent at doing knockdown damage to till the end of the fight. Because I think I've been using my ace in the hole too soon. If we get my suit's torn though, RPG comes out.
You're just gonna stab the guy. Just gonna whip out the stabber and give him a stab.
You know, I tried that and he kicked my ass, and then he burned me. Death. So the stabber, I think, is out.
I don't know. I mean, if at first you don't stab, stab again. I learned that in Mountain Blade.
Yes, which you keep trying to get me to.
Show yourself.
Absolutely. Hey, everyone in chat, would you watch Deb play Mountain Blade? Having never played any of the Mountain Blades, would you watch Deb play Bannerlord and bumble around and get murdered a whole bunch? Just over and over and over again? Would you watch Deb break Deb's brain? Like, absolutely break Deb's brain the first time they realize that they can just do all sorts of neat things? Things like finding stuff. Things like acquiring things. Things like shaping the world as you wish.
I don't know how I made it out of that without any damage, but...
Yeah,
Okay.
you had me at hey. Yeah,
good.
exactly. When it comes down to Star Sector didn't grab me, and it should have, but it didn't. And I don't know why. I've tried to go back 100 times. I've been told 150 times these are the mods used to make it really good, and it just falls flat every time. I probably need somebody to sit over my shoulder and say, do this, do that, so my autistic brain stops rebelling at it. I probably need that.
Appreciate you guys.
But yeah, no.
Watch me do. I very much feel like I'm not the dynamic person.
No, you need to watch. I want to see Depp astride the world in a world of consequences where you can do whatever the fuck you want with consequences. Which does make things so nice.
Alright. I'm now completely out the SVD. Which is something a little bit more capable at. My real problem is once he starts flying around, fucking impossible. Oh,
My suit's been ripped. I heard it. I heard it. My suit's been ripped, he said clearly. Also, you know what would have made this even baller? Like, way baller? Is
What?
if he had actually had the spacesuit. If they recycled just elements of the spacesuit that the Brits put together that look like, you know, medieval knight armor. Have you ever seen that?
I've not.
It's pretty wild looking. But something like that, if they had made that look a little wilder, they could have given him more personality other than anger. Because angry's fine, but I mean, saying that he's the angriest spaceman is a bit of a stretch. I would invite him to any server on a short list. I proved that wrong fairly quick.
You're good, he says as I panic and run away.
Yeah. You hear a bunch of like snack food
That's
being ripped
damn
into.
good.
Oh God, did I do it?
Did you do it?
I did it!
You did it.
Boss, this is the end of the Cobras. You've got to live on. You're the only one left. I'm off.
You know, that's really thoughtful to call her in your last minutes,
Join the
Ben.
sorrow.
It is rather nice.
I think it's going to mean a lot to her that she heard your final scream.
I think it's really gonna just make things come together in a way that's
Behold,
just appreciable.
the flames of fury. The fires of hell will purge me.
You know, I've heard a lot of people on the radio and what have you, in moments of great peril, where life and limb were, you know, hanging. And I'm gonna say this:
I can
never
see
so
it.
eloquent. never
Mission control.
so
Do you
eloquent.
read me?
Yeah, this is
I'm
about what
coming
happens
home.
when someone breaks the EVA locker
I see the earth.
right into the ceiling. It just happens, you know.
You know, when I die, I want my face to also make this dead noise.
That's a really good one. Like, if there's a checklist of when I die.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love how people have a catchphrase when they perish.
See, I much prefer the Metal Gear Solid 4 deaths because they're much less cinematic, but no less ridiculous. So, you know, you kill... you almost sort of try to kill in the Shadow Moses part Ocelot, and he lays down on the ground. He arches his back so that his lower back's off the ground. He goes, "Ah, Fox die," and then goes limp.
Yeah.
All right, it's time to lay down and let my injuries percolate.
Hey, RimWorld, 3 years. 3 years of mayhem.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah. You've been watching us for 3 years.
Not worth it.
I'm just going to sit here and slowly eat
Some
my
dudes.
chicken and watch you pry these people apart like one of them chocolate oranges. By the way, true story.
About a chocolate
I
orange?
sent Tom one of those Terry's chocolate oranges once
Okay.
because he said he'd not had some in a while or he really liked them. Right?
Yeah.
And you know what he did?
What did he?
He bit across the. He didn't
He
split
didn't
it.
pull the
And-
slices?
No. He just bit it like it was one thing. Just like right across a whole bunch of them. And then he's like, it breaks apart. Like the discovery. I just. Tom.
Lift chick rigs. So these guys are wearing Border Guard Silver Berezka, M88 Afghanka cut. Didn't come around until and lift chick rigs, which is the Russian equivalent of the Chicom, which also is an Afghan. They should, frankly, minus the skirt, they should all be wearing something a lot closer to what Tatiana.
No, they can wear the skirt.
Character.
Lots
I mean,
of lots
that
of
would
leg
be
mobility.
very bold. for 2004.
Very bold.
But yeah, Nation did it in the 90s. The guys walking around in the background wearing this.
Oh yeah, the TNG skirts. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think that I don't think that was them trying to say like, hey, dudes can have kind of kilt thing in the Star Trek uniform, or hey, the future is smocks and everyone has a leg movement. What I think that was when they were shooting that shit in season 1, they ran out of shit, and they're like, well, they'll be in the background, no one will notice.
I don't know, man.
I think they
gave
just
them
ran
the
out of
knee-high
costume.
boots too.
I know. That's what I mean. Like they were just like, look, this is what we got. Get your fucking hips in there. It's like, I don't want to wear a skirt in Star Trek. You want to be in Star Trek or not? The guy's like, okay. And then 30 years later, he's like, I was the guy in the skirt on the show. And now I sell insurance.
Hey, that goes. Diptych.
One of my least favorite did you knows is, did you know X or Y was on Star Trek? They're like, did you know this person was on Star Trek? I was like, if you walked by the Paramount lot while they were shooting, you could be on Star Trek too. That's just how it was.
They needed a lot of extras.
Yeah,
And
that
bit
was
parts.
that was a machine gun belt of extras and bit parts. All right, so
Here's the reason why.
you know you have to ask yourself. So that guy who shot a bunch of arrows into you, right?
Yeah, with the Little John crossbow from the Vietnam War.
Yeah. He shot a bunch of those little arrows in you. What do you think he did before that? Like, what was his like day to day is during, say, I don't know, the war he was in?
Oh, you know, honestly, I think he was headquarters. I don't think they let him out in the field. That's why he's
Yeah,
so
they were just like,
aggressive
this
now.
guy's weird. He eats a lot and he just flips his bones the other way, and everyone's like, ugh.
I could absolutely see that being a something that they haze him. So, like, you give that guy Mr. Fear, as he wants us to call him.
He insists on being called Mr. Fear.
Yeah. You give him anything. It doesn't matter. Anything. He puts it in his like a fixation.
He just can't help himself. He literally picks things up and
Yeah.
he just...
No, at some point they need to stop running the siren, otherwise.
Man, it sounds like someone just got shot from that shadow just in front of my vision.
HQ, please respond.
Anyways, let me slowly key the radio.
Patrol here. We're being attacked. Enemy position unknown. Going into high
Unknown.
alert.
He shot me with 12 darts. I'm looking right at him.
How many slices to the neck to kill a man? World may never know.
According to Kojima, I mean, you think maybe he's taking his time with it, like he's a sick bastard. That's a whittle shield.
That is a little.
That is a very whittle shield. Was that for 22? No, I'm sorry. It's a cursed item. It's a shield of blinding. It makes the operator unable. No, sorry. It's a shield of detection, 1 foot radius. Within a 1 foot radius, you can detect things.
Ah, yes.
But only, yeah. It's up there with my other spell, detect lightning, 3 foot radius. You can tell if you've cast that spell whether or not lightning passes within 3 feet of you.
It turns out that my camouflage is not very effective when pressed against the abnormally large traffic cone. Range that. That might actually say something. You know, this actually is pretty well done. This is what the inside of a BTR 152 generally looks like.
Yes, except for, well, there's something that games cannot quite grasp, and that is,
I mean, it looks way too new.
Yeah, I was gonna say the smell. There's a smell, and it's cosmoline and Soviet paint, and it's hard to describe.
I have not stripped, and I didn't chemically strip it because I was worried about a chemical reaction. I have not stripped anything sketchier than Iraqi paint. I've done all over the East Bloc. Iraqi paint scared me because you could just tell that there was something very, very wrong with the chemical composition. It went from tan to pink before it would get ablated off. It wasn't a primer. It was very clearly still the same. Just somehow
that's a little
wrong.
alarming. It's, yeah.
Oh, there's a object 276, I think. Right? That's their nuclear tank.
Yeah, it's in the 200 series, and they're it's funny as an idea.
These things are absolute bitches to drive. Overheat all the time. They're angry all the time. You can't get out. Even with the shutters up, you can't. These are nice in concept, but they just kind of flap around if you don't have them locked, and the only way to lock them is in the ignition. They do nominally have firing ports. I've never seen a spare tire mounted on the door. It's heavy enough. But yeah. I don't know why you would need 2 saws. But other than that, I mean, that's a pretty decent rendition of a BT.
I mean, it's close enough.
As back. Those things are weird. I never got to. I'm not fast enough to actually use.
Who's that?
Who are you? I honestly didn't think anybody could see me through that. I thought that was a separate area. Huh. Well, that's fun. Let's see. Uranium paint instead of leaded paint. I don't know what was in it. Sketchy.
I doubt. Yeah, no.
Yeah, the object 271. It's funny until either of the center tracks break.
I was gonna say it. Let's add more parts to something that's already complex. Machines like that, don't they? You know, more points of friction and failure.
Get the sleepy. The fuck is working that spotlight? They suck.
They are the spotlight guy. Hey everybody, it's John Spotlight.
John Spotlight just lost his job.
He worked his way up to that, you know.
Might have. Oh. Solved itself, I guess. Taking one of those 10-second dog naps. Time, all good boys, take a nap. Those tanks? See, those are normal size oil drum. Oil drum he was beating the old man in. Triple size. That's a unique.
Just gonna
tank
sneak
hole.
around. Just gonna sneak around between the tanks.
279. I was close. I knew it was a 270.
Yeah, the Soviets are, well, they were an idea factory. Not a good idea factory or a bad idea factory, but an idea factory.
The idea behind
boy,
these tanks was that they would not get flipped over by detonation.
Yeah, it's a really great idea.
They also only
There
built
are,
like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, it turned out they just kept being crap, and they were like, what if we did it again? And after the third time, they're like, you are all fired.
That's tasty. Ugh.
See, the dogs can't hit the alarm button. Fairly decent.
So is that your strategy? You're like, if you disable the alarm, the dogs have nothing to do.
Box do I have? Weapons lag easily. Oh, weapons lab east wing. You, sir, have no hat. Didn't keep any of my rotten food.
You know, sometimes you just gotta let go, right?
Apparently not the dorm. Ooh. Here we go, the stoner. I forgot was in the game somehow.
Oh, how? How did you forget?
Don't remember. Didn't remember to forget to remember. No, remember you asked me what weapon I'd put in the game and I said the stoner.
Oh yeah, and I was just like, but
I'll be honest, I forgot it was a stoner 63 and not an M60. Because the M60 was actually, in service at this.
yeah, but well, I mean that's fair. And no, we're not getting the arrow puller outer, aka the pliers.
Oh, those are there. Feels like there ought to be. Where'd you come from? Okay. Time to stop fucking around. All my suppress. To them. I mean, the Germans demonstrated the problem with producing argent. Well, yeah, that was not their initial plan. And also, when they designed those tanks, they still had bridges.
Well,
But the 8th Air
yeah.
Force saw to that.
Well, you know, occasionally you have to come by and be like, hey, Fritz, how's it going? They're like, hey, how's it going? You're like, check this out. And then you make it go away. And they're like, man. And you're like, yeah. And be like, see you tomorrow.
Time. That is still a very odd reload while walking.
What's wrong? What's wrong? I saw something.
You know, I'm just wondering if I was sitting there on that spotlight and I saw people just start falling over, I'd be like, oh, perhaps I should hit this button to my left.
Think they trust him with a button?
Yeah, maybe he's got a bell. Maybe, oh, maybe he's got a triangle. You know what I mean?
I think he's gonna. I mean, the spotlight is literally playing over that. Not in my job description. Yeah, see these guys are dressed the way those guys. Russians considered that a combat unit. Very long time.
That's damn good.
Alright, one problem solved. Did not even get any blood on the...
Snake, that door can't be opened by normal means. Apparently, it operates by responding to a specific radio frequency. If you want to know the key frequency, why don't you try asking someone nearby?
Oh. I bet I was supposed to ask that guy.
Oh. Anyways, scientist with arrows in him is going to walk around.
Oh, Major.
Instead of,
Don't
you know,
mind me.
no Russian, it would be the holding out for a hero shooter on rails sequence. Completely unnecessary. I would spend a quarter of the budget on that. I'd be like, this needs to be larger than life. I'd give it the Ace Combat treatment. Every scene would have a soundtrack.
Fuck yeah. I can't believe that worked. New Ace Combat coming. Okay.
I know. I'm trying not to even speak it out loud.
7 was
I just
pretty
want it to be
decent.
good, and that's it. Because Project Wingman was all right, but it wasn't quite what I wanted.
You ever play 7?
Yes, that
Okay.
also was not quite what I wanted. However, the DLCs of it, where you had to kill the big submarine and stuff, was a lot more on brand.
Yeah.
So they had a little bit of a misstep with that. So we got two things that I didn't
The
quite want.
PR was pretty decent.
No good.
Now, granted, it was just a 4 aircraft.
I liked Project Wingman, but it just didn't have the story part for me.
Now, Project
And all the missions
Wingman,
felt very samey.
I am still grinding through it, actually.
Yeah, I need to get back on.
Because
It's
I'll
been
do
years.
the mission or two. Yeah, I'll word or happen. Let's see. This is the real reason Shagogo never worked. Depp killed all the scientists.
Yeah, it killed all the scientists who figured out, you know, like lubricant that works at that speed.
Well,
That's their
Shagohod
bottleneck.
was on track. We had Sokolov, but every materials engineer died suddenly.
Yeah, the guys who actually knew how to have the lubricant not burst into flames.
No, none of those are real awards.
It'd be funny if you got closer and you're like, dude, those are gum, and you pop a few of them out the back.
And you know how hard a dart has to be fired to go through a leather belt of that thickness?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you did the business. You shot the dart out of, what's it called? Oh yeah, a gun. Now, I've heard of these things called firearms. And believe it or not, I've heard that they can shoot through things. Now, you changed the shape of the bullet, but you didn't change the fact that it's a gun.
You have to be awake. All right, here we go again.
Oh boy. So how many guys do you think work here? I mean, less now, but again. If somebody shoots up the material science division of some fucking factory, work stops.
Yeah, especially when it's supposed to be so secret that even the government doesn't know about it.
Yeah.
Here we will be nice and safe.
Ooh. Yeah, just a little bit of a bathroom gunfight. Which means something very different to some people, I guess. But in this sense, it's a literal 1980s action movie bathroom gunfight. And not the, don't look that up. Anyways, you know, I'm still worried about the sliding doors everywhere. I think those are kind of dangerous. Because
so?
sliding doors at grocery stores are imperfect, but they mass produce them. Now, say Soviet sliding doors, and also 1960s in the same sentence, and imagine what safety measures may, you know, exist, right? Because I'm willing to bet the answer is less than you think.
Yeah, right there with you.
Because my brain doesn't conjure something pleasant.
In Would you say I see him very loudly? If
I would,
you
if I could help
see
myself.
him aiming down the sights at you? I don't know that I would. Maybe that makes me a coward. But it would probably
Perhaps.
make me alive.
Well, you can be alive and be a coward. Then you can write a story about it, where maybe some of the details are different. You know? Or maybe you don't have the cowardice in the story. Maybe you were just doing the mission, right? You weren't running away. You were running to get help, and you got delayed, right?
Exactly.
See, you can. It's weird sometimes when I pick up history books about people's deeds. I find out that the winners are frequently the good guys, and that everyone is very exceptionally humble. Now, people being people, there is a part of me that supposes that perhaps some of these tales may not be accurate. You know what I mean? Like, just a thought, perhaps.
How many of these guys am I gonna get to kill? Like, Snake's getting bored enough that he's flexing his front hand.
Yeah, he's just waiting. He's just like, "Bup, bup, beedly, lip, bip, bitty."
Give him a different shape to grip. It's something to do with this bathroom. I don't remember if I'm supposed to drag him in here.
I see him.
I'm supposed to go knock. There's something to do with this bed. That is. Ooh. Freckle chip works really well. Me, I'm 60% camouflage.
I love how you're 60% camouflage and then there's just gunfire. You're like, well, I'm 60. Oh. I'm like, yeah.
Trying to let a good mind go to waste.
By the way, I think we have like 4 minutes left.
Oh, do we?
I believe so.
We do, yes.
I believe we are just shooting at people's feet now.
If they wanted to keep their feetsies, they shouldn't have come in here.
You know, I mean, that's a good point.
All right, we will call it here. With another attempt to infiltrate the lab next time. So you all have a fantastic.
Indeed. Maybe we'll kill less science. No, we won't.
No, we won't.
We will not.
All right, see y'all
later.
God, he even runs like a fucking stripper.
How many strippers